welcome to the Style Chronicles. I thought I would share what I have to have on hand, grocery-wise, with you guys. I've seen several people do this, and I'm just going to go ahead and make this my exercise vlog for this week too. Since last, I think I talked to y'all Monday was the last vlog I did. Since last Monday, it rained Tuesday, so I could not go outside and run. I was really bummed out because I was, really getting back into the motions of running every day. But I was bummed out, so I stayed in and didn't want to do nothing. So I went through my DVD collection and ran across a Jillian Michaels DVD that I bought, I don't know, a year or two ago. And I will find it and use it for like 2 or 3 weeks and then forget about it, and then rediscover it and use it for 2 or 3 weeks and then forget about it, which is apparently what I did this time, because I used it and completely remembered why I loved it so much. She does a lot of kickboxing, a lot of ab works that don't include floor work, so you're not laying, well, you do lay on your back for one of the exercises, but it's not regular abs. It's pike crunches, where you bring your legs and your hands up to meet in the middle, which to me I prefer, because I really do not like doing crunches or sit-ups. They're so boring and they strain your neck so darn much. They're just uncomfortable. So any other way, I mean, if I can do the plank or anything else to help tone my stomach area, I feel a lot better. And the first time that I did the pike crunches, I had to bend my knee and just lift one leg to meet it because of the strain on my abdomen. It really did hurt. Since then, I've done the video 4 times, including last night, and I was able to do both legs last night. It is hard, it's a strain, but it's not hurting as much as it did last week. I think it was just muscles that I hadn't used in a while that were sore for a couple days, and now they're feeling better. Anyhow, so I've been doing that video. I have not run at all in a week, which I'm mad at myself, but I'm also, it's okay, because I'm doing that DVD and I feel stronger, I feel good. I haven't done any strength training, and doing the video the way she does it, there's a lot of like arm work that you do with the plank or with, what are they called? Can't think of them. Yeah, can't think of them. But just a lot of things like push-ups and stuff that she does. So I feel stronger. I feel good. My legs, I know my husband, and it's only been, I did that video last week 3 times, but my husband over the weekend told me he could really see my legs starting to tone up again, but he thinks it's because of the running, because my legs generally get really toned when I run. But he says they're shrinking, they're getting, toner. They're not the way that they were when I was pregnant. Anyhow, so he says he's noticing things change. It's very difficult for me to see anything change, and then when I step onto the weight scale, I don't see a change at all. So I do know that things are getting tighter, but I'm just, I weighed myself this morning and it said 133. Yesterday morning it said 131. And last night it said 135. So I'm just like all over the place. Yeah, it's just everywhere. I don't think I'm really losing anything in my stomach though, because I still, my clothes are still a little tight. But I do, I know it's got to do with breastfeeding. Because if I weigh myself in the morning and I'm like right now 133, and then I go pump and then I go back, I'll be like 131. And then at the end of the day, it's the day and you've eaten and all that. I don't know. It's just so darn confusing. It just goes like this and like that. So I don't know if I'm losing weight or not. I can't even judge. I mean, there's nothing to judge by, and that's what's so frustrating. But I do know that, I'm working out, so I'm feeling good. So I guess, it'll happen eventually. Anyhow, on to what I wanted to talk to you guys about, and that's just the foods that I have to have on hand, like every day in order to eat, in order to cook my meals. Now keep in mind, most of these things I do cook and eat, and my daughter cooks and eats. My husband will eat whatever I put if I'm cooking. If he's cooking, I will eat whatever he cooks. But my husband's not very picky. He actually likes eating healthy, so he never really complains. My daughter enjoys certain foods, but not everything. She is a macaroni and cheese fanatic. She likes her chicken nuggets and her french fries. She does like chicken, and she will eat it any way you cook it. So if you grill it, you know, healthy, she'll eat pieces of chicken. I am not a chicken fan. I used to be. I became a meat fan with my pregnancy this last time, and just have not gotten back into chicken. I have not had steak either since my son was born, of course, but you know, I don't know. I don't know what I like. I like vegetables, I guess. Anyhow, so I just, you know, don't think that I'm depriving my daughter or, you know, forcing her to eat the way that I eat, because I'm an adult, she's a child. I want her to enjoy her childhood. So she eats whatever really she would like within certain parameters. I don't allow her to have Coke of any kind at all. She's not allowed Coke. And juice, she's only allowed, she can have a glass of juice with dinner, that's it. She cannot have refills on juice. She can have as much water as she wants, and she drinks a lot of water. So, you know, and iced tea, she loves iced tea. So we do set certain, you know, parameters. She's a candy fanatic, so she can have jelly beans, not the entire day, just a handful, you know. We set certain rules for her. Anyhow, I'll start with breakfast. Okay. You guys know that I love McDonald's coffee, and I will go and get a large coffee every day on my way to work. This is what I do on the weekends. It's the Maxwell House Morning Blend coffee. There it is right there. This is a Tassimo one, because we have a Tassimo machine back there in the corner. So that's coffee, and I am a huge coffee fanatic. I will drink it all day long. This is the tea that I like. It's Twinings cold brew iced tea. This is great if you want tea in the middle of the day, but you don't want hot tea. You know, you don't want to have to make a cup of hot tea and then throw it on ice to make it cool. So these are great, like when I'm at the office. I can just get some cold water and put a tea bag in it, and it brews within a couple minutes, and I've got a glass of iced tea. I very rarely sweeten my tea. I like it black, just like my coffee. I don't put sugar or cream or anything in my coffee. I drink everything black. If I do want something in my tea, I will use honey to sweeten it, and that is the extent of the sweetness. So this is the Twinings Earl Grey Tea. This is my absolute favorite. I love Earl Grey Tea. And this is the loose pack tea. So you can see the tea leaves, and you have to put it into, right there. You have to put it into a steeping article. Okay, now aside from that, water. I drink a lot of water. I will have apple juice or orange juice depending on how I feel, or you know, if I'm craving it. Sometimes I come home from work and I'm just like, I need some apple juice, and I will have apple juice. Orange juice in the morning sometimes, just depends. But we try to buy the sugar, not sugar-free, but like sugar-less, if that makes any sense, or just Treetop. I trust Treetop apple juice. And the orange juice we buy is, I don't even remember, it's the only one we will drink. Here it is. It's the Simply Orange. Pulp-free, because we hate pulp, but just this one. This is the only orange juice that my husband and I will touch, because we really do like it. Now, this is I am very impatient. I will not cook oatmeal in the mornings if it takes me 10-15 minutes to make it, so I buy the instant kind. It's just the original oatmeal. I usually have berries of some sort to throw into it with some brown sugar, and that's a good breakfast. I've found these Craisins. These are the cherry flavored cranberries, but they also have like blueberry Craisins, which are, you know, real blueberries or a berry mix, and you can throw those in there, and that sweetens it up really nice too. The other thing that I really like is Kashi's cereal bars, which for some reason my grocery store has not been carrying in 2 weeks, and I put a complaint in yesterday because it frustrates me. Because they stopped carrying the Kashi cereal bars. They don't have any tempeh. They don't have quinoa, which I could not find anymore. I have one package left. They don't have any polenta in the Italian section, which, you know, polenta is like a staple. They They don't have, what else was it? There was something else. Oh, collard greens. I wanted collard greens. They had mustard greens. They had green something greens. They had all kinds of other stuff. They didn't have any collard greens. It's so annoying. I don't get this grocery store. It's annoying. Anyhow, yeah, so I put a complaint in, or not a complaint, I just, you know, kind of wrote an email and said, hey, these things are not here. Can you see about getting them back in? Oh, matzo ball meal. Like, they don't have the matzo meal for making like matzo balls or, you know, matzo flour. They don't have any. Hello. I mean, they're pretty general items that most grocery stores in my area do carry, and they carried them for a while and apparently have stopped all of a sudden. So, just wrote an email kind of reminding them about these things they need to stock. Anyhow, this is the other breakfast item. This is Kashi's Island Vanilla. It had a different box. This is a new box that says New Look. Had a different box up until the last time I purchased it, but these are great. My daughter actually loves these. She will eat these for breakfast every single morning if I let her. So there's that. This is, I don't do dairy. I don't like milk. I do cheese and ice cream, but I don't like straight milk. So I use almond milk. This is Almond Dream almond milk, the original. I prefer the Silk brand. It's smaller. It comes, you know, in like a smaller amount to this one. And I bought this one last time because it is bigger, and we go through that. Almond milk is gone in like 2 days, 3 days here. So to make it through an entire week, I thought, well, maybe I'll buy the big one by Almond Dream. It is not nearly as good as the Silk brand, the Pure Silk, or just Silk. Pure Silk is, I think, a shaving cream. The Silk brand is just so much better, but they sell it in like, you know, that much, and it just does not last around here. So that's the milk, almond milk, that I like. It's great with smoothies too. Like if you do half a cup of this, half a cup of apple juice, and then 2 cups of like fruit, whatever fruit you want. It's so good like that. It makes a really, really good smoothie. Okay, yogurt. Greek yogurt is the only yogurt that I will buy and my husband will eat. So he likes these Oikos organic Greek yogurt. This is strawberry. It's 0% fat. It's got like strawberry on the bottom. It's really, really good. And then I prefer this one, the YoCrunch. Well, I like the Oikos too, but this one I like because it has granola. YoCrunch Greek non-fat yogurt. It's got granola in the lid. You just mix in with the fruit and the yogurt, and it's so good. So that. Then on to, I will do all my greens. Okay. Now you guys know that I am a pasta fanatic. Always have been, always will be. This is our absolute favorite. It's Barilla's Plus. This is the Penne. I used this to cook like 1 or 2 nights ago, so there's none left, but I wanted to show you guys that that's the kind that I buy. It's the Barilla Plus. It's got protein and omega-3. It's multi-grain pasta. This one cooks up really well. It's not hard. A lot of times when you make wheat pasta, it will be kind of, we call it al dente, but even if it was normal pasta, it would not be that al dente, if that makes any sense. It would not be that tough to the bite, or that, it's not even gooey. It's just tough. And Italians do like some toughness to their pasta. That is where you get the al dente from. But it's very, I don't know, every other brand of wheat pasta just does not cook up the way that the Barilla brand does for some reason. I prefer the Barilla. My husband prefers it. My daughter, that's the only kind of pasta she's ever really had other than at a restaurant, is wheat. When we make it at home, we always use wheat. Even if it's spaghetti, I'll use the Barilla wheat spaghetti or the Barilla wheat angel hair. And it just cooks up with a texture that is similar to a regular, regular pasta or a regular noodle. So that is our pasta. And this is the quinoa. It is, what is it, Bob's Red Mill. Yeah, organic whole grain quinoa. This is great. Now, thing with my quinoa is I like it toasted. So I like to toast it on the in the skillet before I cook it. It makes it kind of nutty. It brings out the nuttiness of it. It'll actually pop in the pan like popcorn does, you know, like corn kernels, because it's a seed. It's not really a grain, it's a seed. Anyhow, it'll do that. It's crazy. What is a grain? That was dumb. Yeah, whatever. Anyhow, yeah, so I like it like that before I cook it. And you really don't need to add any flavor to it if you do that, because it brings out the nuttiness of it, and it's really, really good. Couscous is another thing that I absolutely love. So I will buy the Near East version of Taboule or couscous and mix that up. Sometimes that can be a meal on its own, or you can serve it with chicken or however else you'd like. And then this is our preferred spaghetti or noodles. This is fettuccine, of course, but yeah, my daughter likes it just as regular spaghetti sometimes. This is Al Dente Pasta Company's whole wheat blend plus flax. It's fettuccine, and this cooks up really, really well. You just do, I don't like to do sauce like tomato sauce. I really don't like to do canned tomato sauce on my pasta. I just prefer a little butter and some cheese, maybe some olive oil, and that's how I love my pasta. I've always been like that. My daughter, that's how she likes it. She hates sauces. She'll do some Alfredo sauce occasionally, but mostly plain pasta. Okay, next up, if I want canned soup, because sometimes you just can't get away from canned soups, this is the brand that I will eat. It's Amy's Organic Soups. This is the lentil one. They have really good chicken noodle. They've got different versions. Black bean soup is really good too. It has considerably less sodium. It still has 590 grams of sodium, but it's considerably less than a lot of the other brands out there, because there are some that have 900 grams of sodium, 700 grams of sodium, so it's got considerably less. But that is the brand of soup that I prefer. I always have to have black beans on hand. These are Rosarita's whole black beans. Black beans and a grain sometimes is a meal, or just black beans itself is a meal, or you can just make black bean soup, throw some tomatoes in there, onion, maybe a jalapeno, some soup, with black beans. It's really good. Tuna, and I also buy chicken packed this way too in a can. Just the, what is it, sodium free or fat free? I forget which one it is, but they have a can like that too. Now, this is, I guess, always have prunes. I know that's so old person of me, but yeah, I like prunes, so always have prunes on hand. This is Athenos hummus, which are just chickpeas if you don't know what hummus is. But that is a good snack with some vegetable spears. You can eat it with carrots, with celery, with bell peppers cut up, or just with pita chips. I don't have any pita chips on hand. That's the other thing my grocery store doesn't carry is pita chips. It's annoying. They carry all the bad food for you, but they don't carry the good food. Okay. Next up, arugula. This is my absolute favorite lettuce. You can see it. Arugula is very, very peppery. I'll show you guys. It looks like that. It even smells peppery. I love it. I love it. Like, I can eat this just like that with nothing on it. I love it with just a little bit of olive oil, some vinegar, white wine vinegar, red wine vinegar, and pepper, and that is like a meal for me. I love it like that. Or maybe some feta cheese. Throw some feta cheese on top. This is our butter. We buy the Smart Balance buttery spread. It's just, I guess, a little better for you than regular butter. I'm not sure. That's the one we buy. Okay. Crisco olive oil cooking spray. That is what we cook with on a pan or on the stove. And then these are my kind of salad dressings. Red wine vinegar. This is Pompeian, and this is Regina's white wine vinegar. They do have very different flavors. This tends to be a little sweeter. This tends to be a little more tart, but they are more vinegary. They are great if you mix them with a little bit of olive oil. It does not take a lot. It's like a dab of olive oil, a dash of this, or you can use more of this in the olive oil, but make really good salad dressings just like that with pepper and salt, and that's a salad dressing for me. Next up, I think I showed you guys all of that. If I need a sugar substitute, this is my sugar substitute, the Truvia. It's nature's calorie-free sweetener, just Truvia sugar. It's like natural. I don't know. One packet is the same as 2 teaspoons of sugar. So, okay. Now, I like to make vegetable burritos, which are basically just, this is some leftovers from some that I made Sunday night, but brown rice, black beans, tofu, squash, yellow squash, zucchini, red onion, chives or green onions. What else? Tomatoes. This has some kale in it. And a little bit of lime juice and some cumin spice. And you like mix it up with cheese. This is going to be my dinner tonight, my husband and I. Cilantro on top with some lime, and then just throw some cheese on there. And you wrap it up in a large tortilla. These are the spinach herb ones. I prefer the wheat ones. My husband prefers these. The wheat ones are a little bit better for you, but these are good too. So that's dinner tonight, already made. My daughter loves that. She eats the tofu too. And this is my lunch. And it's just steamed vegetables. Carrots, broccoli, red cabbage, kale, cauliflower, green onions, and there's the tofu on the bottom. And that's my lunch for today. Breakfast is going to be one of these and some cereal, and that's it. So yeah, that took forever. Sorry about that, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.